start preparing for holiday. I've already started making my products, but I wanted to take you along a little shop with me for holiday props, things that I'm going to use to take my photos. My most favorite part about the whole photography thing for the season is the props. So I have a couple stores I like to go to. I'm gonna take you guys along with me and see what we can find. But the first thing before I actually go shopping, and if you are gonna do this for yourself, I highly, highly suggest to take inventory of what you already have. You don't wanna double buy things, especially when you're running a small business. And if you're coming off of a season like summer, you might not remember what you bought last year. So I'm gonna take some inventory real quick of the things I have for props, and then we'll make a little bit of a list and get going. Okay, so I organized these by like kind of thing. So there are like I have a lot more summer stuff in here, like rocks and glass and Himalayan pink salts. These are all sort of my faux florals. So I already have some greenery, so I'm gonna start pulling out the things that are holiday specific. I had like holly berries and stuff, but I don't think so. Okay, yeah, this stuff is not very holiday, which will be fun. That means we get to go shopping. I do have one quick tip I love is in your photos, I have a lot of these like beads. We'll look through at the store, but they add like a nice little pop. And then I think this is all just like ribbon and letterboard stuff. So as you saw, I really don't have a lot of holiday stuff. I kind of thought I did. I'm gonna just make a quick little list of some things because I tend to get a little sidetracked when I'm in stores, especially with all of the options. So I'm gonna make a couple lists, a little like sticky note list of the things that I need before I go so I can stick to it and not get too sidetracked where I don't get the things I actually need. Okay, Lou, mommy's gonna go. You want a bone? All right, mommy's going. She'll be back, okay? Love you.
Last year I thought about how things can come around just like that if everyone is here to celebrate one day. We have our ups and downs, but when there's love, there's always a way. And oh, this time of year, we come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents, but it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day. This year I'll think about how I'm so lucky to have a place that I can come home to. Yes, I am on my way. We'll put our differences aside and just enjoy this moment of peace and love and happiness. We come together to celebrate. Yes, every
Hey,
time the
welcome
snow
back.
is
It is a different day, same shirt, different makeup, but I am going to show you guys what I actually ended up purchasing. I also am going to walk you through and give you guys some tips on how to strategically shop. It can be really overwhelming when you're going into some of these stores like a Hobby Lobby or a Michael's, and especially around the holidays, you can get sidetracked and you could end up putting hundreds of dollars of goods in your shopping basket. And as a small business, I'm not sure that that might be the best place for you to be putting all of that money. The first tip that I would give you guys when you're shopping is to first take your inventory, which we have done. Number two, I would go and make a list of the things that you want. There are certain items that you might have brainstormed or thought about. You know your line better than anybody else, so there may be things that you already know you want. Put those on your list. I also suggest you go through your new line and have a list of that as well, because you could be buying tons of stuff that's for one specific scent, and like candy cane, that's pretty easy. It's red and white or pink and white, and you could find a ton of props around that. But you might not have an easier time doing something like Sugar Plum Fairy, which is another scent on my line. So have your list of things you want, but also have a list of all of your scents, and that will sort of keep you so that you're not going, on the day of your photo shoot, you're not going, oh man, I don't have anything for this item. So once you have your list in hand, you know what stores you're going to. Before I put anything in a basket, when I walk into a store, I take a lap through the entire store, and I would just think through the whole process, do I need this? Can I use it in multiple photos? I found that there are some things I could only use in one photo, and you really want to question if it's $10, $15, $20, is it worth it for you to purchase that for one photo? So go through the store, pick the things you love, things that are still on brand. I highly recommend not getting sidetracked and picking things that don't speak to your brand. If I were to all of a sudden do a ton of black and white buffalo check in my line, although I love buffalo check and it's like very trendy, that isn't really Fiorella. Fiorella is very soft, pastel, floral, and that kind of leads me to my last tip. Before you check out, edit. That's going to be what saves you a ton of money. So without further ado, I think I'm going to get into my purchases because I'm so excited and I actually really need to take photos. So I want to show you guys all of this before I start using everything and forget where it came from. The first step I'm going to show you guys is World Market. I think I got my favorite thing of the whole season, and I got these rainbow bottle brush trees. I'm obsessed with them. I love them so much. They had 3 different sizes. I got the tiniest one, and then I got the medium one to create some scale. I am not a professional photographer by any means, but things in 3s also depend, either 1s, 2s, or 3s, I find really help me out, especially if you love something. And the only other thing I got from Cost Plus is I got this copper dish. I think it was actually in the incense section, but I use dishes a lot when I photograph my bar soaps. For more lifestyle photos. I do try to stay away from really shiny materials because that can be distracting with some of the light. That was Cost Plus. The next one's Hobby Lobby. I do need really small items. So there's that whole, in both Hobby Lobby and Michael's, they have their own kind of lines of, like, I think it's called Tiny Treasures, or it's Tiny Treasures in Michael's and My Little Christmas in Hobby Lobby. But it's great because they're very small items that once you put it up next to a bar of soap or something, it's not going to take away. It's not this enormous thing. So I got these really cute tree skirts. It's just going to be really cool to add some texture, but I got the ivory and the pink, which are very on brand for me, and they have gold flecks in them. I got some Christmas lights because I use them a lot, and these were the electrical wire, white on white basically, and that helps to really not distract. I do a lot of white grounded things, so this will be great because the white on white, that green wire could be really distracting, and that's just not my brand. And then I got a few more little things that are little prop type things. I just went and spent all this time talking about on brand, but I did get a couple bottle brush trees. I kind of couldn't resist the price. These were $3, so they were $1 each, and they're more natural. I probably won't use the black, but I did think that this ivory and gray for one of my soaps I have is called Black Cloud, and it's a little bit more masculine. I thought this would be a really cool photo, and I think I can add a few more things into it to make it a little bit more Fiorella-like. And then these are so cute. These are little lights. They're not actually lights, but they're little strands of lights for that little Christmas tree. These were $1 each, so I got 2 of them. I felt like on a flat lay it could be really cute. I do have a scent called Candy Cane. Found these. They are more peppermint twists. And then I have a scent called Fresh Snow. So I got some really cool snowflakes. And then just in case those little circular ones don't work out, I got some in the scrapbook section. I got some of these little paper candy canes. And the last thing I got some of these. They're basically a piece of felt and they're super shiny, and I'm thinking I might be able to use them as a backdrop. I don't know if it's gonna work. It's super small, so it depends on what I'm trying to shoot, but I thought it would be cool to have some of these different metallic backgrounds. So from Michael's, I got a lot of things covered in glitter. I found these 2 trees. One's gold, one's like a rose gold, and I thought they would be perfect for either flat lays. I don't know if it's going to be easy to stand them up, but I just loved the metallic factor of them. And then a few more of these snowflakes. These were so cute. I got these little gold jingle bells. I thought that was so sweet, and they are a couple different types of metal. So one's covered in glitter and then the others are just plain gold, but I thought these would be cute to sprinkle around. I love little gold accents in my photos, especially my flat lays for my soap, so I thought this would be cute. I normally use those beads that I was showing you guys. Okay, and then this was the one thing that I immediately was drawn to. It is so cute. It's a pink VW bus with the Christmas tree on top. I know the like red truck Christmas tree is really popular, but this is totally a Fiorella item. Another tip I have for you when going through the floral section, I do buy a lot of faux florals from Michael's. I think their quality is pretty good and their colors are usually pretty on trend, but oftentimes, especially if they're not on sale, it can be really expensive. So what I do first is I actually go to the section where they have the little picks. This is what I mean by the picks. And so instead of getting like a big floral piece like this, I go and get little picks. And these were $1.99 each, I think, before my discount. And you don't need a lot. That's the thing. When you're taking photos, you don't need this huge thing of flowers. I usually end up taking wire cutters and cutting some of the individual ones off to use as my props. So I don't want to spend $10, $15 on an arrangement that I'm already going to dismantle anyway. So I find going to the pick section is really cost effective. I do sometimes get carried away in the actual floral section because I just love flowers so much. I did pick up these two really big flowers. One's just so cool. I will give you a close-up of it, but it's got this really great texture to it. It almost looks like snow has fallen on it. It's very wintry. And then I got this hydrangea, which is pink, which has gold flecks on some of the leaves. Then the last thing, which filled with glitter, is this, and I don't even know what it's called. It's called a bush. I plan to cut some of these off and use them in the background. I think the gold just makes it feel holiday without distracting too much from your actual item. That is the whole point of photos, is that you don't want your props to distract from your actual item. The whole point of doing all of this work and spending this money is to promote your products and have more unique content that really grabs people, but you don't want the props and the products to take over what you're selling. So I hope you guys like shopping with me and seeing what I picked out. I'm super inspired to go and take my holiday photos now. If you want to see how I actually use these props in my photos, stay tuned, make sure you subscribe. I have a video coming out next week on what to actually do with these props, how I use them. I'm going to show you guys how I style some of my shelves in another video, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of that. I'll see you guys in another video.
Magic in the air.